The Dodgers say pitcher Julio Urías is no longer with the team. What manager Dave Roberts had to say about the situation. The Powerball jackpot jumps once again after there was no winner. How much you could add to your bank account now. I'd love to do that. I want to be the winner. Hello, everyone. You're watching The Rundown. I'm Robin Winston. I'll share with you, of course, more of those stories coming up in a moment. But first, the CDC may sign off on an updated COVID vaccine. The FDA gave the green light Monday to Pfizer and Moderna. At this pace, the shots could be available by the end of this week. COVID cases are rising, and the drug maker says the vaccine should protect against the latest strains of the virus. But this time around, the federal government will not pay for the shots. Most Americans will be covered by insurance or Medicare. Some clinics are expected to offer the $120 shot for free. Manager Dave Roberts is confirming the Dodgers are moving on from pitcher Julio Urías as he faces felony domestic violence charges. Roberts says Urías' locker has been removed from the clubhouse at Dodger Stadium. He says he has yet to speak with Urías, but calls the situation, quote, sad on every level. Urías was placed on administrative leave after his arrest earlier this month. It's the second time he's been arrested on similar charges. Urías is due in court in a little over 2 weeks. There are talks happening now to include the Little League World Series champions from El Segundo in the upcoming Rose Parade. But in order for that to happen, the team or the city is going to need a float. Parade organizers say this would be the perfect way to honor the team's hard work and achievement, but they say the team would have to be associated with a float in order to participate. El Segundo's mayor says he's hoping a company is willing to step up and sponsor one on short notice. All right, Powerball fever is heating up once again after no one nabbed Monday night's $522 million jackpot. Because there were no big winners, Wednesday night's drawing is now worth an estimated $550 million. One ticket matching 5 numbers was sold in Michigan. That's worth $1 million. It was just 2 months ago, back in July, when the Powerball jackpot was up to $1.8 billion. That ticket was sold at Las Palmitas Mini Mart in downtown LA. All right, it's time to check in with meteorologist Belen De Leon, who's tracking a cooling trend.
Hi everyone, here's what you can expect for the rest of the week. Things are finally cooling down. The temperatures are going to be below normal. Now that means that the marine layer will be increasing, so each morning expect to see some gloomy skies, some areas of patchy fog, but gradually we'll get to that sunshine. As that onshore flow strengthens and the temperatures come down, our friends in the deserts are going to get some gusty winds, so watch out for that. Here's the weather setup. That area of high pressure that was bringing us the heat is moving far away from us, so that's the reason why the temperatures are coming down. Not only that, an area of low pressure approaching us at the end of the week is going to enhance the marine layer, and that's the reason why we're going to have those low clouds and fog to start. Now, a sample of the temperatures that are coming our way. The average high in Riverside is 93. We're going to be around that on Tuesday. Then by the middle of the week, temperatures are going to be in the 80s with sunny skies. Enjoy the cool down.
Will do. Police in Huntington Beach say they're searching for a hit-and-run driver who might be intentionally targeting people on bikes. Late Sunday night, a cyclist was hit and killed along Springdale Street and Hyle Avenue. Moments before that crash, a man on a bicycle says a driver tried to sideswipe him near Edward Street and Brad Avenue. And a few minutes after the deadly crash, a third cyclist says he was hit near Edwards and Warner. He was shaken, but okay. Those 3 incidents happening all within a half-mile radius on streets with bike lanes and all within a 45-minute window. People living in the area worry the driver could strike again.
We need you to look at your surveillance cameras for any information. Turn it into the Huntington Beach Police Department because we need this driver off the streets.
The car police are searching for in each of these cases is a black Toyota 4-door sedan. They say it will have major damage to the front bumper on the passenger side. Police in Irvine are investigating reports of follow-home robberies connected to South Coast Plaza. We spoke to one victim who says her house was robbed Saturday shortly after she returned from the shopping center with expensive purses.
The camera shows that there were 2 men. It took them 15 minutes to notice that there were no one home. They were knocking on the doors. And by the cameras, where they show the ring cameras, show that they looked around the neighborhood just to make sure what cameras were working. And they just came in.
And Irvine police confirmed just last week another shopper reported being followed home from the same shopping center. In that case, 2 men believed to be connected to an organized crime ring were arrested. Police say it's a good reminder to just be aware of your surroundings whenever you leave a bank or a shopping center. A terrible crash in Baldwin Hills was allegedly caused by a driver trying to get away from police. 8 innocent people were injured, including a child. They're all expected to be okay. Police say the driver of the white BMW caused the crash. An officer tried pulling him over a few blocks away from here, but he took off. And then moments later, he reportedly ran a stop sign at the corner of Potomac and Obama, and then crashed into 3 cars. One of the cars flipped over and landed in front of a home. Here's what a witness told us.
It was like being like watching a movie, you know, and pieces everywhere, like blowing everywhere.
3 men were in the white BMW. 2 of them got out and ran away, but police found them. All 3 were arrested. Officers say they found guns, ski masks, jewelry, and several cell phones in the car. A group of LAUSD employees will face off against the district in court this week over its ongoing COVID vaccine mandate for staff. So current and former employees rallied outside district headquarters ahead of Thursday's appellate court date. Employees who sued say the mandate has negatively impacted their careers, ranging from termination to forced leaves of absence. And they say they're advocating for medical freedom.
You know, if I am in a classroom where half the students are unvaccinated, I don't see why I can't be in that classroom too.
The district does allow students to attend in-person classes regardless of their vaccination status. We reached out to LAUSD and the district said it does not have a comment on the case. 2023 is likely to end as the hottest year on record. The NOAA released their August climate analysis, and climate reporter Chase Kane talked with a heat policy expert about how we should be responding.
This summer gave new life to a viral Simpsons meme. Bart complains, "This is the hottest summer of my life." Homer, "This is the coolest summer for the rest of your life." And sadly, that could be true. With July the hottest month ever recorded, and this summer, Earth's hottest by a lot. In the U.S., heat targeted the Pacific Northwest and Gulf Coast, which has Florida, Mississippi, and Louisiana suffering through their hottest year so far.
And the way in which it's distributing around the country, I think, is not so much a surprise, but an unfortunate manifestation of what we have been expecting as a result of climate change impacts.
Heat makes our power bills higher, our food costs more, pushes outdoor workers to the brink, and it kills way more Americans than any other type of weather. So politically, why does addressing extreme heat feel so cold?
One of the challenging things about heat is it often doesn't give us this huge camera-ready fodder, right? It's not like a hurricane that blows through. There's this famous scene in the Gladiator movie where Russell Crowe throws down his weapons and he's disgusted with everybody and he looks at the crowd and says, "Are you not entertained?
Are you not entertained?"
And there have been many times throughout my years of doing this work that I've kind of felt like this summer, is this enough? Is this enough? So I totally understand you're asking the question.
And the extreme heat is being driven by carbon emissions, burning oil and gas. Climate Central found that on any given day this summer, more than 1.5 billion people sweated through climate-amplified heat. And heat policy experts say the costs are soaring.
When we do the autopsy of this summer, it's going to look like a mass casualty event, and it's going to be shocking even to people like me who work in this field, right? But I think we're also going to be shocked at the economic impact of these things. Once you calculate the cost on the hospital system, agriculture, and outdoor labor loss, just across the board. It is not, heat is not a singular, lonely event, right? It has far-reaching tentacles into many other aspects of society.
Ashley also hopes that Congress starts putting more money toward the problem, like creating a national hurricane center, but for heat. Locally, solutions look different in every community, but your local government can move a lot faster to address extreme heat. So if you want to get involved, that's a great place to start. In Washington, I'm climate reporter Chase Kane.
Barbie is now available to stream from the comfort of your own dream house.
This is the best day ever.
It is the best day ever. So is yesterday, and so is tomorrow, and every day from now till forever.
The comedy is available for digital purchase on Apple TV, Vudu, Amazon, and Google Play. No date has been announced for when you will be able to stream it on Max. The film has earned nearly $1.5 billion worldwide and could be an Academy Awards contender. We shall see. All right, it's ducks galore in one Inland Empire backyard. You have to see this. One Apple Valley family says this is a scene at their pool. About 30 to 40 ducks are just hanging out around their backyard. The couple says they mostly cluster around and on the surface of the pool. They say they don't necessarily want them to leave, but they seem to have an idea why they're coming around.
We feed a lot of wild birds here and stuff, so they may have partly come because of the bird seed that we've tossed on the lawn and stuff. But they're ducks of all sizes and temperaments.
Well, of course, you're giving them snacks. Of course they're going to come. Bob says the ducks aren't the only animals who have visited them. They've also seen turkey vultures in their backyard. The pool party was quacking. All right, the power of social media helped reunite a service dog with his family in Rowland Heights. The 11-year-old dog named Buddy disappeared from his home back on August 15th. After nearly a month of posting photos online, his owners finally got a tip over the weekend from someone who had seen their story on social media and believed they knew where Buddy was.
It's really amazing. People are very sympathetic. A lot of dog lovers, they give us a lot of encouragement, and they assure us that, you know, we will help you to find Buddy. And yeah, it's just amazing.
The family placed more than 800 missing flyers around Rowland Heights. They're happy Buddy is safely back at home, reunited, and it feels so good. Buddy looks happy, too. You can always get news and weather updates on the NBCLA app and our website, NBCLA.com. And be sure to tune into Today in LA on NBC4 weekdays from 4 to 7 a.m. I'll be helping you get around with traffic reports throughout the morning. I'll see you next time on The Rundown.